Hello and welcome back to International Racing Series. We are back live for another race day. It's round 8, Azerbaijan for tier 2, and the 18-minute qualifying session is underway as a few cars leave the pit lane to get out on track. Michelle Moka, hello, welcome back to the stream. One of Elmo's supporters, who's a driver to watch out for in qualifying today, taking 4 pole positions so far in tier 2 this season. 4 out of 8, not a bad stat to have. New driver here today, Kimi Antonelli in the Mercedes, getting ready for next season in real life. Who got first out on track? It is actually Elmo, so we'll stay on board with Elmo for the first flying lap of today. See how he gets on. It's going to be a pretty decent race, I think. Hopefully it's better than last week in the Netherlands. But here we go then. Down the massive straight. I think it's the longest straight on the calendar, I believe, if I'm right. But let's see if Elmo can get the braking right into turn 1 and start his lap off strong. Pretty decent through turn 1 into turn 2 for the first DRS zone of the lap. Down into the tight middle sector, or just before, into the sector 2. A lot of walls on this track, so let's see if anyone clips them during qualifying. Loses a few front wings. Into sector 2 we go then. 34.7 for sector 1. Coming up to the castle section. Bit of traffic ahead of him, which is a Visa Cash App RB. Not too sure who that is. Let's see if Elmo can take the castle section strong and not clip any walls, which he does. Looking pretty good so far. Not sure who that is. Getting out of the way. I think that's Remy, I think. No, it's not Remy. It's Euros Cuturilla, sorry. Let's have a look at the sector 2 checkpoint for Elmo. It'll be a 1:14.2. Then onto the long straight we go. Couple of corners before. Can't really get these wrong. Let's see if he tops out, or he's got enough IRS to use. DRS on. He's about to cross the line for the second DRS zone, and it will be a 1:39.1 for Elmo. First flying lap of the day. I think Outlaw is going to be next. And it's a 39.6 for Outlaw. Pass about the 1:41.0. 2 McLarens crossing the line. A 1:42.2 and a 42.7 for the 2 McLaren drivers. Kenterum, a 1:41.1 in the Ferrari. Kimi Antonelli is going to cross the line and do a 40.3, sorry, goes P3. Who else have we got out there? I think Brannan will be the next to cross the line. Who's he got behind him? He's got Finn Kitts, who might get a massive slipstream here actually. Which he will. Might help his lap out. But Brannan will cross the line first, and it's going to be a 1:40.3. Finn does a 39.7. Last week's race winner. First time winner in IRS. Mons in the Mercedes, a 1:40.1. Kemsin Cake in the Red Bull, a 39.9. 2 drivers missing the braking zone there for turn 1 we've just seen. That was Nick and Kemsin Cake, both missing the braking point and going straight on. But Elmo's lap is looking very decent so far. Matthew's monster going P12 in the Haas, a 42.3. Euros Cuturello. We were 42.9 in the RB. As we watch RC on his outlap, 14 drivers complete the lap time. Hoping for a dry race. Dry qualifier session, which is good for tier 2. The last two, it started raining after the first 3 minutes. Oh, we've had a crash into the castle section. Let's go on board with Matthew's monster. And that is ARS in P10 and the Williams out of this race. Qualifier, sorry. Not race. Getting a bit ahead of myself there. Let's jump on board with RC in the Red Bull. His teammate currently sitting P4. See how he gets on. I think this track is a good track for teamwork. So down that long straight, a slipstream would be very helpful. I wonder if any teams try that at all. RC all on his own in sector 1. No traffic ahead of him. Down into gear 2, can you get a good exit? Braked a bit late, but still looking pretty decent so far. 35.4. A lot of drivers taking that curve. I tend to try to avoid it. Into the castle section we go. How's he going to get on? Pretty decent. Yellow flag. I think that's passable. Just get out of the way. Oh, Kems and Cake. Down the hill we go. Into the sector 2 checkpoint. It's going to be a 1:15.5 for RC. Kems and Cake has now binned it in the castle section as well. So that's 2 drivers now that have crashed in the castle section. Doing a Charles Leclerc. I am stupid. Having one of those moments. Let's see what RC can do. Looks like it's going to be a 1:40.8 and goes P8 for now. IRS LB44, 2 attempts ahead of his teammate. Currently on the lap. Or is he on the lap? No, he's not. Who's next to a flying lap? Parcel's back into the pits. Maybe he had a bit of a moment when Kims and Kate crashed into the castle section. We've got on board with Outlaw. He's got IRS LB44 just ahead of him starting the lap as well. Hopefully that doesn't hinder his lap. We're about to see though. Into turn 1 we go. Gear 3 instead of gear 4 for Elmo. So a bit of a different gear choice there for the top 2 drivers in this qualifying session at the moment. Elmo just behind on his outlap with Kimi Antonelli. Is Outlaw up on his time? Only just 36 thousandths of a second. After this section here, I'll just resend the invite to the RB driver. As we watch Outlaw, oh, he was so close to the wall there. Has a bit of a moment as well on the exit, but that was on the limit there. I just resended the invite. And Outlaw's catching up with IRS LB44 here. He's going to get a massive slipstream, I think. He's down on his time. He's not going to get too much of a slipstream actually. Well, he might actually. We'll see. He's going to overtake IRS LB44 actually. So that will definitely help. It should be an improvement. It is. It's a 39.2 with that massive slipstream. IRS LB44 does improve as well actually. A 141.7. Got Elmo right behind them, so hopefully they jump out the way. Which IRS LB44 does. How much of an improvement can this man make in the house? He's got his rival ahead of him. The battle for the championship. Grego Gamer, unfortunately not here today. Elmo's up on his time. As Outlaw jumps out of the way. The driver standings is super close as well. 15 points between the top 4. Outlaw leading the way by 8 points to Grego, who's on 92. Parseval 14 points behind on 86, and then this man here, Elmo of the Void, 15 points behind on 85, with 3 races to go. One of them is this. Let's see what Elmo can do then. 5 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Elmo's going to cross the line and get himself into the 138s with a 138.7. Kimi Antonelli into the box. Kentrum in the Ferrari, currently P8. How's he getting on? 1.8 down on his time. About Parseval. The clouds will come out as well. Sunshine's gone away a little bit. Woohoo from Michelle Mucky Mucka in the chat as Elmo slaps everyone. Parseval with a big improvement there, just under a second. A 140.117 puts himself up to P5. On board with Nick Brumner in P13. Coming through sector 1. Slightly misbrakes himself, but makes the corner stick. Down to gear 1, which ideally you'd like to be in gear 2 through that corner. Bit of a moment there as well, just on the 4 tenths down at the moment. Oh, he's had a big moment there. Nick is looking like he's struggling at the moment. I think he's just braking a bit too late on a few corners. Needs to try to brake a lot earlier and just try to carry the momentum through the corners. He's gonna have to dive back into the pits, get a new set of rubber, go again. As most of the drivers are in the pits at the moment. Outlaw's back out on track. Needs to find just under 5 tenths if he wants to snatch pole position away from Elmo. On board with Euros, all proper close to the wall on the exit of turn 1 there. Two cars getting out of the way there. Everyone seems to be good on their out laps at the moment. Not getting in the way of any drivers on flying laps. Oh. Elmo of the Void has retired from the session. He's crashed. Has he crashed? Yes, he has. So he will not be improving at all in this session, even though he's just under 5/10 clear at the moment. Sorry about that. Still proper ill. On board with the RB driver. Is he up on his time as he comes down the hill? We're about to find out. Takes a lot of curb there. Flinging that over the curbs. He's over, just under a second up on his time. Could see himself move up a couple of positions, which is pretty ideal on this track. As he crosses the line, goes up to P13, splits the two McLarens. Let's jump back on board with Outlaw and see if he's making any improvements at all. He's 2/10 down and he won't be improving because he got that massive slipstream from IRS LB44. We'll stay on board with him anyway. He's draining the battery and he drives into the bits. Fin kits just under 4/10 up on his time. He's got Mons just ahead of him as well. He's also on a lap. So if Finn can stick close to Mons here, might give a big slipstream down the straight and try to get ahead of Outlaw. I think he's a bit too far behind though for a good slipstream. Clips the curb, touches the wall. He's a second up on his time actually, so he could snatch pole position here away from Elmo. Is he too far behind for a slipstream? Oh, I think so. He's about to cross the line. Can he snatch away pole position right in the dire moments of qualifying? No, he can't. He's lost out by 0.005 of a second. That is super close for pole position there. Brannan moves up to P4. Mons improved there as well, jumping up to P5. Parseval didn't make any improvements. IRS LB44 up to P9. 140.7. Kimi Antonelli is just under 8/10 up. Might see himself into the top 5 in his debut here. Kentrum is going to cross the line first though, from P10, stays P10. Kimi Antonelli will move up to P6, 0.002 of a second behind his teammate. And that is the end of qualifying, with Elmo of the Void taking pole position from Finn Kits by 0.005 of a second. And taking his 5th pole position of the season. Dominating qualifying this season. Yes, let's go from Michelle. There's your confirmation. 0.005 of a second split the top 2. Going back to 4/10 to Outlaw. It's a bit of a mixed grid to be fair. Just get the graphics, the final classification for the graphics. But 3.4 seconds between the whole field. 1.3 between the top 8. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of changes from qualifying into the race though. Dry race as well. Nice. will Elmo be able to keep the lead into turn 1? It's a short run to turn 1 as well, but I think the IRS in this race will be a big thing. So 15 points between the top 4 in the driver standings. Let's see how it pans out today and see what sort of battle we have into the final 2 races. Constructor standings, Aston Martin currently leading Sauber by 19 points. 2 Astons both inside the top 10. Only one Sauber racing today. So can Aston get the gain on Sauber into the final 2 races of the season? Let's have a look what's going on. Tires. Ooh, a lot of drivers on the mediums. Nick Breen going for the softs down in P15, and then Kentrum and Remy starting on the hards. Let's see how clean turn 1 can be. Lap 1, sorry, not turn 1. Even though turn 1 we're hoping to be clean as well, but the whole of the lap, let's see if anyone retires or they can all make it through. For Gregor's sake, the man P2 in the standings, he's going to want to hope that Elmo, Outlaw and Parseval all bin it or don't score any points, which is a big possibility on this track. I wouldn't say that on any other track, but Azerbaijan is definitely a possibility. Right, here we go then. Someone AI. Euros Tutorilla is AI again. Is he not in the lobby? Has he been kicked out again? But here we go. Remy's just lining up to the back of the grid. Kentrum as well, a bit out of position. Nick Broom. Elmo disqualifies himself from the grid parking, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here at Azerbaijan, and away we go. Elmo's got a cracking start there. Outlaw as well, side by side with Finn Kits into turn 1. Bit of contact between the Aston Martin and the Williams by the looks of it, but Outlaw jumps up to P2 ahead of Finn Kits. More contact between the Aston Martin and the Williams. Does everyone make it clean through turn 1? IRS LB44 side by side with, who's that, Anthony? No, it's not Anthony, it's Parseval, sorry. IRS LB44. Bit of internet lag in there. Bit of a desync possibly. But everyone looks like they've made it clean. Nick Broom is up to P11 here. Antonelli and RC side by side. Nick trying to make a move on the Red Bull. Tucks back into position. But Outlaw up into P2. He's going to try and make a move on Elmo if he can. Mons clipping the wall a little bit there. Euros is back into the race, I believe. There's a yellow flag. That's a Haas. That is Mathieu's Monster having a bit of a moment. I think we've got IRS out the race as well, so I'm going to have to send an invite there. Because he is currently AI. Sent an invite, so hopefully he gets back in. There's all, is it? Who's that? Kems and Gake and Mons side by side into turn 1 there. DRS now enabled. And Outlaw is trying to make a move here on Elmo. Going to be too far back this time round. Can he stick close to him for the rest of the lap? Yellow flag, yellow flag. That is Mons. Dropping all the way to the back of the field. Just to the Mathieu's Monster. Outlaw right behind Elmo though. Nearly clips the wall. Has a bit of a moment. Manages to get through cleanly enough. IRS LB44 up to P7. Ahead of Kimi Antonelli. Might get swamped in a minute though. He's out of DRS range from Parsifal. Here we go then. First chance for Outlaw to try and get past Elmo, who's already drained his battery. So I think we're about to see an easy move here. Yeah, we are. DRS turned on. Here comes Outlaw. Past Elmo to take the lead of the race. Elmo's not giving it up though, and Elmo's taking it straight back off him around the outside into turn 1. Finn Kits is right there as well. So Kimi Antonelli getting saved by the safety car there after that incident. and Euros Cutarilla out of the race. If I'm muted for like 30 seconds, I'm having a coughing fit, so apologies for that. IRS LB44, speeding under the safety car, getting a drive-through penalty. That has ruined his race completely. He's going to need another safety car. Nick Broom is now up to P9. Does anyone dive into the pits? Probably a bit too early. Everyone's on decent medium still. Elmo's into the pits. No, that is... I'm a bit shocked by that. Kems and Cake as well into the pits along with Brannan. No wing change for him. What about Elmo? Just a fresh set of tyres, is it? Onto the hards. Nick Broom into the pits. ARS into the pits. Mons into the pits. A lot of activity. Remy into the pits as well. So a lot of activity going on there under the safety car. Antonelli goes back into the pits as well, onto a brand new set of hards. So I'm guessing that everyone boxing for the hards there are going to go and try to get to the end of the race, hoping that there's no more safety cars. Could be a good strategy call. But Outlaw now into the lead by default after Elmo dived into the pits. Top 4 yet to box. IRS LB44 with that drive through. As we wait for the pack to catch up. To be fair, it went pretty well for the first 4 laps. Thought we'd see a virtual safety car in the first 1 or 2 laps, but I was proved wrong. Just waiting for Remy and Kimi Antonelli to catch up. Safety car might be in at the end of this lap. There's Remy here, not too far behind. Come on, Remy. Get that safety car in. Slowly does it through the castle section. Just waiting for Kimi Antonelli to catch up. Hopefully he catches up now. So it says safety car in. Yes, there we go. Outlaw is going to restart this race on lap 6, going on to lap 7. Oh, I keep having to mute myself. Absolute dying. Let's see what happens then. How late will Outlaw leave this? Will he try to catch Finn by surprise? Yes, he does. Good restart there from Outlaw. Very good restart there. But the Ferrari or Kentrum having a look at Elmo there. Not sure what's happened to Kems and Cake. He's a bit far back. Has a bit of a moment into turn 1, nearly clipping the wall. So does Matteo's Monster having a half spin. Yellow flag in the background. That is Mons around. RC and Brannan having a battle there. All up the inside. That's a massive send from Matteo's Monster, who completely missed his braking. And he's taken Brannan with him. I caught that on board. Mons as well has got no front wing. Brannan as well now. But yeah, we caught that on board. Matteo's Monster completely missed his braking zone. Driving straight into the back of the Aston Martin of Brannan. Hopefully for Brannan's sake and Mons, the virtual safety car stays out long enough so they can get into the pits. And for IRS LB44, he hopes that it goes back under normal racing, which it does, so he can dive into the pits. Get that drive-through penalty served. Ferrari of Kentrum running wide. I think he's got wing damage. Yes, he does. He's going to have to jump into the pits. Finikits lining up a move on Outlaw. Getting their slipstream down the straight. There goes IRS LB44 into the pits to serve his drive-through. Finikits nearly running into the back of Outlaw, which is going to cost him the exit, and Pascal has a look. Elmo not too far behind as well. Matteo's Monster leaving the session there. IRS LB44 back out onto the track in P12 after serving that drive-through. Antonelli getting past Nick Broom up into P9. Top 6 all within DRS at the moment. Yellow flag, and that is Brannan, who's had a moment coming out of the pits on his mediums. Long way to go though. There could be another safety car that brings him straight back into this race. Parcel's coming under pressure from Elmo. He's on a new set of hards. Finikits is going to have the helping hand of DRS down this straight. Will he get close enough for a move with Outlaw? No, he won't. I think Parcelval will be overtaken here by Elmo. There we go. Elmo into turn 1, back up to P3. Oh, that Kemsley cake into the wall there. I think he had a bit of a moment. Remy under fuel in this car. Go out for a move on Nick Broom. Finn Kit's clipping the wall there a little bit. Turning in a bit too early. Outlaw leading the way. Elmo's looking strong on these hard tyres though. Can Parsifal get himself back into the DRS of Elmo and stop another overtake happening from Crimson Cake, who's right behind him. No, he can't. Did Finn get the DRS there? No, he didn't. Oh, he did. Just about. Closing, but too far behind. Parsifal getting a move on Crimson Cake. Crimson Cake must have overtook Parsifal though, if he had the DRS. Finn Kit's going for a move on Outlaw. Into the lead he goes. Has a big moment on the exit though. That's all calmed down a little bit now. Big gaps in the field. Oh, Outlaw's hit the wall. Boy, he either hit the wall or that was a bit of a lag there for him, from him. Should be able to get the job done back on Finn though. Parsifal and Crimson Cake still going at it. And here comes Outlaw. Should fly past Finn down the straight here. A big advantage with the DRS. Finn's going into the pit side by the looks of it. No, he's not. Outlaw into turn one. I think Outlaw's having a bit of a... Oh, is that wing damage for Elmo? It is. Going into the back of Finn Kit's by the looks of it. And Finn Kit's is round and he's spun it and that should be a safety car. Which is going to help Elmo big time there. Like I said, Brandon as well. He'll be straight back into this race. Helps Parsifal as well. Chance for him to dive into the pits and get their medium tyres off. IRS will be 44. After that drive through, we'll get a chance to jump into the pits as well. Change his tyres. Parsifal has just ruined his race though with a drive-through penalty by speeding under the safety car. Must have not looked at the delta and was getting a bit carried away. Parsifal, one of the drivers in the fight for the Drivers' Championship as well. Let's see what happens now. Who's going to dive into the pits, who's not. I think we'll see a lot of action in the pit lane again. Elmo's staying out with broken wing. Doesn't want to risk it. Everyone's going to be diving into the pits. Kimi Antonelli's going up to P2 there. Outlaw into the pits, Parsifal into the pits. Kentrum, RC, Chems and Cake. That'll be a double stack at Red Bull. Nick Broom, IRS W44. It's going to be overtaken by Remy, I think, because of that double stack. Yes, he is. Mons and Brannan stay out on their hards. Bit shocked why Elmo stayed out there. With a broken front wing, there it is. Getting a bit close to the safety car there. Outlaw trying to get past the AI. Unfortunately for Parsifal with that drive through, it's going to ruin this race unless there's another safety car. What's happened there? Remy got past Nick Broom somehow. Not quite sure how that happened, because Remy was ahead of IRS W44, now he's ahead of Nick as well. As Mons has now caught up, along with Brannan. So we might see the safety car in this lap. Tyres for Mons and Brannan should be nice and warm. IRS LB44, Remy overtook Nick. Yeah, we just saw that as true. Safety car in this lap. Elmo of the Void is going to lead the way with that broken front wing. Kimi Antonelli in P2 though. Right behind. How late will Elmo leave it? Leaving it later than Outlaw. There he goes. Kimi Antonelli. Trying to get a good restart as well. They've left the rest of the field. Outlaw's been swamped there by RC and Parsifal. Gets a position back though. Parseval's got Chems and Cake around the outside. Who's coming at him? With the help of IRS. To the inside he goes. Late braking move. Parseval's missed a braking, I think, there. I'm not sure what happened there. That's someone around. That looked like a McLaren. That's IRS LB44. Nick Broom under AI. Must have been involved in an incident as well. Gets back to it though. Kentrum up to P6, past AI of ARS. Parseval's dropped down to P8 now. But he will have to sell that driver anyway. Kimi Antonelli sticking behind Elmo at the moment, who's got a broken front wing. Oh, Outlaw right behind RC. He's coming up to Antonelli very quickly here. DRS now enabled. Side-by-side action between the Sauber and Red Bull. Bit of contact. Mons into the pits in the Mercedes. He's retired in the pits. No luck for him today. Here comes Antonelli on Elmo. Up the inside. Outlaw spun round. It's all kicking off now on this restart. I think Nick Broom's had a moment as well. Elmo trying to break away, even with the broken front wing. Trying to escape the DRS of Kimi Antonelli. Nick Broom with a 3-second for multiple warnings. Outlaw dropping down to P7. It should be P6 after this lap, so Parseval's got a box. Before that drive through, here comes RC flying past Antonelli. DRS is now enabled. Chems and Cake as well. Two Red Bulls swamping the Mercedes. Parseval dives into the pits to get that drive through served. Bit of a moment for Elmo. RC takes the lead of the race. There's contact between Elmo and RC though. RC moving over into Elmo. I think that was RC's fault there. Not really giving the room to Elmo, who was still alongside. Obviously we'll have to see both pumps in the steward's room, but from what I saw there, it did look like that was RC's fault. Kimi Antonelli up the inside of Elmo. Losing the position to Kentrum, who's up to P3 now. And there's contact between Antonelli and Kentrum as well. Gonna have to try to spin it around somehow. Right in with the 3 seconds. Look, Chems and Cake now into the lead of this race. Let's have a look at the position changes. I'll do that now. Oh, forgot. B, not B, square. Kemsley Cake up 6 positions into the lead. Kentrum as well, 7 up into P3. Loses a position to Outlaw. Runs a bit wide as well. Brannan's back into the top 5 now. Kems and Cake putting away though. I think Elmo's got too much wing damage to try to catch up. He's missing apexes left, right and centre. Outlaw definitely has Wi-Fi issues today, because he's lagging all over the place. Kems and Cake 5.1 out front. We've seen 6 race winners this season out of 7 races. This is the 8th race of the season. Could we possibly see a 7th new race winner from Kems and Cake, who's leading the way from Elmo by 5.4 seconds. Soon to change though, because here comes Outlaw. Into P2. RC making a move on Brannan to P5. I think we're going to see a lot of people in the stewards room after this race. Outlaw trying to break the DRS of Elmo. He's just about done it as well. Elmo with a big move on the curb there. Kentrum's going to come past for P3. There we go, DRS wide open for Kentrum. Into P3 he goes. But Elmo again, very strong into turn 1, where he takes it back off him. Kentrum sitting patiently. In P4, Brannan's closing up though, along with RC. Remy not too far behind. Elmo has lost a lot of time here to Outlaw. Struggling to slow the car down. Brannan going for a move into the castle section. Safety car again, which is going to change everything. Kems and Cake is going to be absolutely gutted. How's he got 8 seconds now ahead of Outlaw? No, it's not. It's bitched out a little bit. That absolutely saves Parsifal, Kimi Antonelli. Even the two McLarens as well. RC with the 3 seconds there, under the safety car. 10 seconds as well for having a collision with Brannan. Should see everyone onto the soft tyres now, I think. Kems and Cake into the pits. Outlaw into the pits. Kentrim stays out in the lead. Elmer also in. RC at 10 seconds and retires in the pits. What happened to Kems and Cake? How's the... Remy stayed out as well. He's going to have to overtake 3 cars. IRS LB44 also staying out. Elmer onto the mediums. I'm not sure why Elmo has jumped out onto the mediums. Along with Parsifal and Antonelli as well. Must not have a new set of softs. This is going to be a very interesting end to this race. With so many people on different tyres. Top 3 all on mediums and hards. IRS LB44 P5 hards as well are going to be absolutely swamped from behind. Everyone on their soft tyres are going to be so much quicker. This will most likely be the last safety car. So who's got penalties? It's Brennan and Nick. The safety car should be in at the end of this lap. Antonelli has caught back up. He is in the points as well, even though he's P11, he will be in the points because ARS has been AI this whole race. So he will be deducted from the final classification and everyone will move a position forward. As we wait for the safety car to dive back into the pits to get the last 4 laps of the race underway. There we go. Kentrum and Remy in first and second. 2 drivers we don't normally see at the front of the pack. Baku, always full of surprises. Kentrum is going to have to back off though. The safety car's not in yet, so he's going to have to back off big time, which he's not doing. And he's gone a bit too early. Still going to lead the race though. As everyone dives past the AI of ARS. Outlaw up into P4. Got past IRS LB44 as well though. Let's see what Elmo can do on these mediums. Kems and Cake getting past Remy. He's going to now go chase after Kentrum if he can. Outlaw right behind Remy as well. Like I said, getting swamped by the guys on softs. Yellow flag in the background. Kentrum has crashed. Outlaw's got wing damage as well now. Outlaw into the wall. That is a virtual safety car. Kentrum just threw away his race completely there. Pushing a bit too hard. Outlaw's going to have to dive into the pits as well, because he's not going to be able to get that car around. He can barely stop the car. Look, Kems and Cake though, back into the lead. As we wait for the virtual safety car to end. We've not seen a Red Bull on the top step of the podium all season long. Is that about to change? Remy dives into the pits. Outlaw stays out, which is a big surprise, even with damage. Obviously leading the championship. Still waiting for the safety car to end here. There we go. Elmo of the Void gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under this virtual safety car. And has that ruined his championship hopes? Parseval's now up to P6, right behind Elmo as well. Will Outlaw be able to stick the car into the corners? Kems and Cake should run away with this race now. IRS LB44 is on a podium as well. If he can keep running behind along with Elmo. This is a very interesting end for this race, but for Outlaw, Elmo getting that drive-through penalty is absolutely perfect. IRS LB44 still holding up Brannan. Here comes Elmo with a double move, but I think he's going to be straight into the pits. No, he's not. Stays out and takes P3. He's got a couple laps to serve it. Can he close up to Outlaw? Kimi Antonelli and Nick Broom out of this race. There's been a big collision in the background. Can Elmo try to get past Outlaw and hold him up to lose as many positions as he can here? Because Outlaw's got wing damage. And if Elmo could hold up Outlaw, that would be perfect. If he loses a position to the two Aston Martins and even IRS LB44. Elmo flying at the moment though, purple sector for him. He's absolutely sending it. Kems and Cake though, absolutely running away with this race. Elmo's going to get past Outlaw here, I think. Or he's not, he's going to decide to stick with the DRS, I think. It should help Brannan and Parseval get themselves back into DRS. IRS W44 has dropped out of this little battle. Elmo's got to stay out for one lap, surely, to try and hold up Outlaw. Kim's and Cake with a new fastest lap. There goes Kim's and Cake in the lead of this race on the penultimate lap. Elmo's got to surely try and hold up Outlaw here. Outlaw's hit the wall. Wing damage as well for Brannan. Parseval's right. Oh, sorry, that's Parseval. Outlaw has missed the turning completely, and that's massive news in this race. Remy gets past. I say ARS gets past. Outlaw's going to finish P7 at the moment. Into the wall he goes again. Parseval's going to end up P2 here. This is very interesting indeed. Kemsey Cake's going to win his first race of the season and his first ever win in IRS. He's got one more lap to go to get around cleanly. Elmo's going to have to dive into the pits now, otherwise he will be disqualified. He might still come out in front of Outlaw here. If he does, that would be massive news. Kimi Antonelli leaving. Outlaw's out of the race as well. That's big news in the title. Parseval's going to take the lead of the championship. Elmo's going to have to dive into the pits, otherwise he's going to be disqualified. Why has Elmo done that? He should have boxed. Outlaw's just retired. That is massive news in this title battle. Why did Elmo not box and just serve the drive-through? He would have scored points and gained on Outlaw. IRS W44 might be in with a podium here, because Brannan's got wing damage. Kemsey Cakes into sector 2 in the Red Bull. He's 10.1 seconds in the lead. He's just take it easy now. He can just relax, go as slow as he likes through this section. Don't take any risks. And win this race. And win for the first ever time in IRS. He's been the driver of the day for sure. Parseval close second after coming back through everyone. IRS W44 actually as well. They are the top 3 drivers for the vote of driver of the day, but gonna have to give it this man here in the Red Bull. Kemsey Cake coming down the big straight for the final time. Lap 26 or 26. He's done a big moment though. He's so lucky he didn't lose it there. The pressure nearly getting to him. Pressure almost getting to him as he comes down the straight for the final time, about to cross the line and victorious as an IRS Tier 2 race winner here at Azerbaijan, Baku. Takes his first ever victory in IRS. Parseval is going to come home in P2 and take the lead of this championship away from Outlaw. Brannan is going to come home in P4, and IRS LB44 taking his first podium of the season for McLaren, coming home in P3. ARS will be deducted from P5, so that will go to Kentrum. No, it won't. It will go to Remy, who overtakes Kentrum at the line. Kentrum coming home in P6 then. But I'm so shocked what Elmo's just done there. Why did he not box? He could have come home in at least P7, 6, something like that, and took away points from Outlaw. But let's not take it away from Kemsey Cake with that. ending there, because Kemsin Cake takes his first ever race win for Red Bull in IRS. He takes driver of the day as well, coming from P7 on the grid. That was definitely a hectic race, to say the least. Give me back, please. What's he said? A 141.285. Elmo has been disqualified, so the fastest lap should be going to Kemsin Cake as well. Actually, he might be right there. I'll have a look at it after, but Kemsin Cake, Parseval, and IRS LB44 are on the podium. Great race from IRS LB44. I thought him staying on the hards was going to be the ending to that podium, but he's managed to stay behind Brannan by 3 seconds and take his first podium of the season. But yeah, big stories there. Kemsley Cake victorious for the first time. Parseval goes top of the championship. IRS LB44 for his first podium of the season. 3 stories in one there on that podium. Bit of an interesting race. We got Brazil next, and I still couldn't tell you who's going to win this championship because it's just all open. It's completely open. For Grego, who might be back after the 2 weeks, because we can't race for 2 weeks now due to the IRL Grand Prix of USA and Mexico started at the same time as Tier 2. So we will be back in November, is it now? Let me just double check the dates. Yeah. Next week is the 20th and then the 27th the following week. So we will not be back racing until the 3rd of November for the final 2 rounds of this Tier 2 season. So make sure you come to watch Brazil and Abu Dhabi, because it's going to be absolute fireworks. Hope you've enjoyed that entertaining race of Tier 2 Round 8 Azerbaijan. I certainly enjoyed it. I'm sure Kemsin Cake enjoyed that one. But thank you all for watching. We'll see you in a couple of weeks' time, and we'll get the season over and done with and see who comes out champion. Peace out.